Uh-oh. Hi, everyone. Happy 2025. I have mixed feelings about this year, but we'll see. Hopefully, it's peaceful, quiet, filled with kindness and love. Let's hope. Here we go. Now, hold on. Let's go back. I'm at hi, Chu. Hi, Lena, if you're here. Hello. I'm just connecting to my YouTube on my phone to make sure that I'm not glitching. Oh, and so far, I'm good. Yay. Okay. So, we're good for now. Although I can tell you there's a huge lag. I'm seeing like 10, 15 seconds lag. So there you go. Hopefully that goes away, but I have been noticing that on many people's channels today. So I'm Lucinda. It's New Year's Day, first day of 2025. A lot of people are on today. So anyone that comes today for my clearance, thank you so much for being here. You have multiple places you could be, and you have chosen to be here. Now I just have to get rid of my ring camera alert that goes off constantly. It's one of the many ways in which I monitor my dad at night and sometimes during the day. So I'm Lucinda. This is my channel, Fantastic Finds. And today is sale 2 of 3 at blowout pricing. Because if you saw the preview, you saw the preview. If you know about people who sell jewelry and have too much jewelry, you know. And that would be me. Oh boy. How was everyone's last night? Did you have a good time? Did you go out? Did you stay up and watch the ball drop? Did you have a quiet sushi party? Did you just go to bed and say whatever? I went to bed and said whatever till the fireworks woke me up. So I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area. That's where I ship from. I use Pirate Ship and I bill through PayPal. If you've never bid or won anything on my channel, if you bid today and you win an item, I need the same thing everyone does. Your real name, your YouTube name, your address with zip code, and your PayPal email address. And I need it by the end of this sale. Okay. So with that said, I'm going to, now I'm my own mod. And this is just how it is. So bear with me. First item is going to start at 25. This is the lowest I've brought this. Like I said, I'm doing a blowout pricing because I have so much and I have a whole lot of new stuff. So I want to move it. You all help me move it. The first item starts at 25. Let me highlight. This beautiful, I call this filigree work, right? And then this. Now, it is sterling silver. If I remember correctly, it has 7 pieces. To me, they're kind of like nautical or a shell. It's got a lot of beautiful movement. The one thing that after I've shown this many times, I have decided is it's possible that even though this is an older piece, that it's machine stamped. right? And machine cut and not actual fine filigree work. And when I'm talking about filigree, I'm only talking about here that mimics the fine filigree work. I could see this being hand done or machine stamped, right? Here's the back. It's very thin, so it's dainty and delicate. It's got wonderful crimping in between, very solid work. I'm sure this was probably made in someplace like Italy. Back there is the 925 stamp, and is it somewhere else as well? No. So it's just where to go. Sorry, y'all. On this jump ring is 925. It is, I use my wrist as a measurement. It fits on my wrist, just fits. So to be comfortable and to be safe in sizing, I would go with this fits a 6 to 6.5. My wrist is a 7.5 and it just fits. So in order to have it a little more room, 6.5. $25 starting bid. Okay. And I'm going to go fast. I have probably now all the items I showed in my preview in this cart are for today and Friday. Okay. Now, if you come in later, you can always, Lord have mercy. Hold on. This is me in a nutshell. If you come in later, because I hope to be on for a while, and you go through, you know, in your settings, put it at ×2. So you go super fast and I sound like a chipmunk, which I might sound that way anyway. Who knows? Or you've seen my preview and there's something you're interested in and you know that already, drop it in the chat at any time or drop an item that's already been shown in the chat. I don't do recaps. If on the preview that hopefully you watched, you saw any household goods behind me that you're interested in, or cut minerals or mineral towers or whatever, there's a lot back there. Tell me. I'll bring it up. Okay. And let's put this on for a little bit. I can't wear it for a long time because here you go. Because it starts to hurt my head with fibromyalgia. But look at my Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Okay. So moving on. Next piece is going to start at 10. I will highlight them all. It's a nice little piece. And like I said, these are prices I would usually, they would be higher. That's what I have to tell you. Usually they would be higher. And they'll go back up again in 2025. But I rarely bring anything at a little more than half of what the averaging eBay platform would bring them for. Okay. But I do have to make something. So this is my other course of natural, undyed, red, likely Baltic coral with black cut glass in between, not AB coated. Look at the shine. Let me, here's the clasp. So the clasp is more modern, but the coral is definitely vintage. What does that mean? I think it was about the 80s, early 90s, when most countries put a ban on collecting coral. This is a really good, look at all the natural colors, natural inclusions. Some is darker, some is lighter. This is a rock bottom price for a coral bracelet. I just sold another one with the long trindles on Friday. Let's see how big it is. $10. That's probably, yeah. Most of these pieces I'm making $4 or $5. Some maybe 10. So it fits on my wrist with just a tiny room to spare. See that? So I'm going to go with a 7.5 on this piece. It's a really nice example of natural Baltic coral, meaning that it is red, but you see the browns, you see the blacks. It is, I don't even know how much carved it is, as much as it was broken into smaller pieces and then just polished smooth. It is hand knotted in between each piece. $10. Okay, moving on. And I'll just keep it on for a while. How's that? So nobody wants to tell me about their Happy New Year? Let's see. And I do. I have my thing, costume jewelry and contemporary high-end and middle range and low-end plastic. You name it, it's happening today. I'm not even writing things down because if someone claims something, I'll scroll back up and we'll see what it says. Okay, so this is going to start at 15. I absolutely adore this piece. Here's the back. Here's the chain. This is a 1970s piece, very boho. This is my jam all the way, plastic and some beautiful gold tone metal, really well constructed. That is plastic. I call it Easter egg green in blues with the pink and clear and darker pink, almost opalescent. This really nice thick gold tone dangles. 5 of them. It has a lot of movement. It swings and it's a long piece. It's a long piece. For $15 start, it's a good one. I love this design. I wish they'd bring it back, actually. So, in the clasp, whoop, there's the clasp. Just your simple, basic clasp. There's the crimping. Definitely 70s. Possibly moving into the end of the 70s, beginning of the 80s, only because of the pastel look of the colors. So that's possible. Here it is on my dolly. Say hello, dolly. Oops. Did I turn it funny? There it is. So you see how long? Long. And of course I have it on the wrong side. Really nice. This right here is almost a 5-inch drop. And the chain itself, if I was going to measure it, is going to be probably 20 inches on each side. So 40 inches total with this 4.5 to 5-inch drop. $15 start. It does need a little bit of cleanup right there, but if you like your costume, this is an excellent piece to put in your collection. I like it. I've brought this several times. This is the cheapest that I've ever brought it. And I'm right up on keeping it. Year-round piece. I'm right up on keeping it. Costume is my jam. It's what I love. It's going to get put away. Like I said, I'm going to just keep moving through. So, see, I'm still wearing this. Could wind up keeping it. That's how it is. So does anyone? Chu or Lena, are you still here by any chance? You may not be. Other people may be here. And welcome, lurkers. You're always allowed to lurk. Anyone want to say what they did for New Year's? What did I have for dinner last night? Oh, I had a very healthy organic greens salad with some fava beans, a very light mayonnaise tuna salad, and cherry tomatoes. And the salad had a very light pine nutty, more than the pesto sauce with avocado. And I have the other half of it to have tonight. And then I had the lightest little dessert because one of the things that I'm starting to do with all this stress from being a caregiver for 4 years, I've decided that I don't want to eat as much sugar. And so I'm not. And I love sugar, and I'm not going to ban it from my life. Heck no. But I can make healthier choices and eat less. So I'm eating like half of a cookie instead of a whole cookie. Okay. Now this is a piece the likes of which I've never seen. And I am doing rock bottom prices today. Believe me, this piece would probably be starting at about $28 if it wasn't a clear out. Now, because I don't want to, if you saw my preview, I don't want to pack all this away. And it's okay. I mean, it will all eventually sell, but you know. So look at this beautiful, it's like a bullet silver tone. Oh, I did this before. This one, it's very tight. It's very well made. Push in and out clasp. Now, I did this last time too. Come on. There you go. You see? See that? I've never seen a clasp like this. Never. Whatever company this was, and there is no maker, I think they had a unique patent on this. It is the rolled, what I call snake chain, rolled. Very reminiscent of Italian. No idea. It is choker. White rhinestones. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panels of these very brilliant white rhinestones. Let me show you the back. I love this piece. I mean, to me, this is worth $30, if not $40, just because it's an unusual construction. You see the back? It's got this swirled, let's do one piece. It's got this swirled back wires, and then the rhinestones are attached. And then each piece is, my favorite word, articulated. And the other really cool thing, I mean, this is a high-end maker. I don't know who. You see how at the end here, where it articulates, they put in a oval white rhinestone where it articulates on each one. And these are incredibly shiny. Let me show you it on Dolly. It starts for 19. There is no tarnishing. There is no hallmarks. Isn't it amazing? These look perfectly black, perfectly clean. And then you hold it up to the computer and it's like you live with 5 dogs or 10 cats. And I'm like, where did all that come from? I'm getting a different color this year. This drives me nuts. At least I'm not glitching today. That is fabulous. So look at this. 1950s, possibly earlier. And I say that based on the amount of work that was done for these rhinestones, the quality of the rhinestones, and this fascinating clasp. And I don't think this was made in America. Let me undo it one more time. I should have done it in the first place and show you. Now, if I had that closed, it is a choker, but it's not strangling me. It's got just enough play to be a choker without being, you know. But if you had a larger neck down here, no. I think it's lovely. So, and then it's caught in my little baby hair back there. Of course. Come on. I'm going to ask you all a random question. We're going to play random questions today. Maybe I should have giveaways where if I ask a random question and you get the answer right, I give you a free like gold brooch or repop Temu ring or something. I don't know. But let's just start this with, does anyone here besides me know the 60s country folk Hoyt Axton? Hoyt Axton, one of my all-time favorite music to listen to. Okay, so almost 4 inches on the rounded, what I call snake chain on each side, and then the really high shine clear rhinestones. It's weird to measure because of the way it hangs. Eight. So 8 and 8, 16 inches all the way around. But normally 16 would be here. So based on all of that, I'm going to move it up to right here, 15 inches. Okay. So nobody knows who Hoyt Axton is. If you have Spotify and if you like music with a really good beat and a gravelly kind of voice, kind of like Tom Waits, but not Tom Waits, more clear. Look up Hoyt Axton Explodes. Okay, this is going down. I appreciate anyone who's here with me today, this evening. New Year's Day, 2025. It always blows my mind how fast this happens and that I'm still here. And I mean that. Like, wow, it's another year. I'm here. We're here. You're here. Okay, so this is going to start at 9. So nobody knows Hoyt Axton. Do you know Tom Waits? That's another good question. Does anyone here know who Tom Waits is? One of my favorite songs of his is a whole thing about what are they doing in there? What are they doing in there? You'll have to look it up. Okay. This is a beautiful pressed, glued, geometric, 3-tiered wooden bracelet. Early 70s. Love this. It's still got its clear coat. I love the geometric inside. It's carried through to the outside. Darker and lighter. It's very lightweight. There is 0 damage. It fits me just perfect with quite a bit of room. But now remember, it's got to get over my knuckles and my hand. And it even went over my tall standing rings. So I'm going to go with that. This is a 7.5 as long as you have smaller hand. If you had a larger hand, I'm not so sure that this would fit you. This is a ladies low end medium at a 7.5. But you've got to have the finger and hand space to get it on. Always keep that in mind. Everyone has different. Okay, so that was 9. And you may think, is that really a rock bottom price? It is. From what I paid for it and what these sell for without the averaging on eBay. Some of the averaging on eBay is correct. Some of it is not. And so I go with multiple factors when I figure out prices. And eBay is always one of them, but it's not the only one. Talk to me, Seymour. Somebody talk to me. Say hi. Tell me about your New Year's. Tell me about your Christmas. What's coming up for you? Do you have any big plans? Or did those big plans already happen? I'm going up to my homestead. I'm going to my own home next week, Tuesday, for 14 or 15 days. I've been with my father by the time I leave for 5 weeks. And this will be the longest, if I can go that long. We'll see. That I have been away from him and had respite in 2.5 years. So this is going to start at 18. So that's exciting for me because I get to go home and be on my 22 acres in the redwoods, in the fields, with no one around, and just be with my wood stove, myself, my dog, my cat, and the wildlife. And, of course, my friends and community up there. Okay, this was in my preview, but in the bag. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strands of these teeny tiny older gold and copper seed beads. Here's the kind of collar clasp. The clasp says, I can't talk, clasp. Now, I did go to speech class when I was younger for S's, R's, and T's. So forgive me. This says to me, the clasp, 70s, 80s, It's not older than that. And now someone found these older beads and strung this whole thing together. This is an artisan piece. This is not mass produced. I'm going to put it on my dolly. And show you. Look at that. It's got a lot going on. And what I want to show you is some of these. I do this a lot, sorry. Most of this is glass, but there's just a couple that are plastic, if I remember correctly. So far, though, I say that and I don't find any. Nope. Yeah. I have brought this in the past for 30. And just the beads alone, it's worth it. There is no plastic. These are all glass. And do you see the painted beads? It's pinks and purples. It's opalescent and clear. No, did that backwards, I always do. Clear over here. And here's a purple that's painted, a clear purple. These are all older, like 1960s, 1950s into the 70s glass beads. It's beautiful. It really is. It's a stunning piece. And you couldn't buy the beads, just even the seed beads that are on here, for that price. So there is no maker. Like I said, I believe it was an individual artist. I will put it on myself. Thank you, everyone who's here. And there you go. And I currently, it comes down to right at the end of my sternum bone. It is about 16 inches long. I have it kind of twisted and messy. I think it looks good that way. But you could straighten each strand, right? If that's what you want to do. I deliberately have it splayed out because I like that. And I think it goes pretty good with these cut tortoise shell pointed arrow earrings. They're plastic, but that's my jam. Okay. 18. Now, remember, I do 2-week build-a-boxes. So I did a week 0 before Christmas. And then I did a sale Wednesday. And I'm doing my Wednesday, Friday sale. This week. And then I will be invoicing. And probably doing most of my invoicing over the weekend. And then taking items up to Mendocino County. Shipping will not be different. And shipping it out that following week up there. So that would mean around next Thursday, Friday will be when I'm shipping, as long as the invoice is paid. So this was only 18. You couldn't buy the beads, and it's so pretty. Who doesn't like pretty in pink? I do. Okay. Again, remember, I don't do recaps, and if you have any requests, let me know. Let me know. Happy New Year. Let me know, because I have everything. High end, low end. It's a giant mix, and I'm just going through until I'm not. I'm just going through until I'm not. And that's the best I've got. Okay. These are a mystery to me. So because so in the 70s, I sold at the flea market with my mother on the weekends here in the Bay Area. And we sold returns that were returned from department stores, the high-end jewelry returns. And they would come in 50-pound boxes, total tangled mess. Some were broken, some were fine, some just had to be untangled. We made a killing. We could sell 3 for $1, and we would walk away with $500 to $700 in the 70s, which was unbelievable when you're talking 3 for $1 necklaces, right? And then when eBay first started, I started selling costume jewelry on eBay and learned all about costume jewelry. This year, I've moved into not just costume, which is my favorite, like this 80s poodle. Oh my God. This is like my favorite stuff. But this year I'm starting to learn stones. Now I don't have a Presidian because I can't afford $350 until I have a bigger following. But everything about these invisible, everything about this invisible necklace, not necklace, earrings, to me, it just seems like it's stones. And I can't, they are, see that? I do not think it's glass. And if it is, it's some pretty swanky glass. And people would think it was real. And because I don't know, I'm not going to ask more than 10. They are, I hope the color is showing correctly for you. They are a medium purple. If I had a Presidian and if I knew more about my stones, I would be saying that these were amethyst. But I can't say that because I don't know. $10. You want to find out? Oh, I wish it was showing purple. Hopefully it is. Boy, there is a huge lag between what I'm doing here and what's happening on YouTube. About 15 seconds. So these are purple. Both of them have 3 stones. The other reason, there is no markings of gold. But the other reason, these are invisible. But look at the wire that they're on. It's high quality, and I think it's possible that it's at least electroplated gold. So about 2 inches, really sparkly. In fact, as I have this on my ear, it's throwing off sparkle onto my computer. So it's either very high quality glass or real stones. Really lightweight, really sweet. And just in case, there's the back completely enclosed. Why the middle ones are darker backing than the top 2? No idea. I don't think they've ever been worn. They're absolutely beautiful. And I don't know why I'm not keeping these, to tell you the truth, but that's all right. That's all right. Welcome in, whoever came in. I know there's, like I said, there's everyone in the YouTube community, pretty much that I know, is on YouTube today or has already been on at the crack of dawn because they're over on the East Coast. I mean, I'm up against some really big competition right now. Everyone's doing, a Happy New Year's Day jewelry sale. among other sales. So it's a little difficult. Now this $29. I can't go less than that because what I paid for it, I'm only making a few dollars. I thought about not bringing this at all to a sale, but then to the clearance sales, but then I thought, I have more and I'm getting more. And so let's just get off it. Let's just get off it. Sterling silver, turquoise, ring. I forgot what this style is when it doesn't connect. There is a name. Sorry. Carved down so it has that depth on each side. I will tell you the size. And let me see if I can find the 925. Oh, that's interesting. It was sold to me as 925. So it is not marked. It's not marked 925. That's interesting. Hold on. I have a hard time believing that. Sorry. I hate doing this. Oh, no, there it is. There it is. I knew. I was like, wait a minute. That can't possibly be correct. There it is. Oh, good Lord. Let's do it the other way. It is a TOWLE is the maker. Sterling TOWLE. TOWLE is the maker. And the size. Hi, Dawn. How are you? Welcome in. I just saw you over on Jason's. Now, Jason, he's got the extraordinarily high-end metal gemstone Victorian ring boxes. He has a totally different eye going on than me. I'm not quite at that quality, but what I got and what I sell, I very much enjoy. So the bottom part comes right down to 7 3/4. But in order to make me happy, I'm going to call this a 7.5. 7.5. Sterling silver, really nice design. TOWLE, $29. You are not on Jason's channel? Dawn. Oh, okay. This is going down. Remember, I don't do recaps. I don't do recaps. Now, wouldn't this fit? Look, you see how I'm wearing this? Wouldn't this fit? Well, it wouldn't because it's too big. Oh, you know how big this is? I'm going with, I'd like to do that again. I think this is a size 8. It's got, so Dawn, you were on Jen's channel with, yes, then Dawn, I was on 3 different, today, Dawn, he was on this morning. I have been on 3 different live sales today. So my brain is like, yeah, I would go with 8 1/4 because it goes all the way down here on this finger and it's too big for this finger. So 8 1/4, $29. It's a really great ring. There goes my measuring stick. Hold on. Got to go get it. Oh boy. Okay, and let me put this in a small bag. It's going down. And believe it or not, that was a very low price because because I'm at that price. I don't know, $5? Okay. Really, Dawn? Okay, well, Dawn, have I seen you recently on my channel? No, I feel like I've seen you on Jen or Trisha or somewhere else. Help me out. Did you have a good New Year? Dawn? Okay. So let's remove this. I don't know why I'm thinking. Oh, okay, Dawn. Thank you. My bad, my fault. You did sub to me recently, but maybe you don't go to any of those other channels. I don't know. Lord have mercy. This is a good, Dawn. This is a Leah Sophia 1990s clamper. So it's just vintage. But to me, what I love about it is it's a clamper. It's very well done. It's got these grayish blue rhinestones on the front and this fabulous hammered brass / gold tone look. It fits really nicely, although it's a little bit on the small side. You know, Leah Sophia, some people love Leah Sophia. She's not like 100% my jam, but I have absolutely nothing against this clamper. It fits me nicely. So it will fit a 7.5. So I would say small, top end small, 6.5 to 7.5 comfortably. I wouldn't go bigger than that. It's thick. You know, you could say it's slightly heavy, but it's not uncomfortable in any way. $13. $13. Good, Don. I went to bed early. Well, actually, I didn't. You know, I didn't fall asleep until, because I've been cleaning up in here and sorting inventory. I didn't fall asleep till maybe 11 o'clock. But after that, other than the fireworks, I slept like a log. Okay. So if anyone saw my preview was just a bin full of stuff. But if there's something you're looking for in particular, tell me, please and thank you. Let's see. Most of what I have is vintage. Some of it isn't perfect. Okay, let's do this. Start $6. Uh-oh. Me and typing. Choice. Okay. I adore these. And you know, you either like things like this and you're proudly going to sport them on your jean jackets, your regular jackets, your country shirts, or you're not. You know, I buy things that I like. I buy things that are eclectic. And I do buy things that I think all of you will like. These are handmade. I'm quite sure that they're, okay, I'm pretty sure these are from the 70s, that they are meant to be papoose with a baby in them. I cannot remember if these were actually made by natives and sold at trading posts or if they were just made by people like my grandma sitting around at home. Can't remember. I really am not sure. But I love them. These are little cloth, like silk painted faces. Here's the yellow with baby blue orange and white beads. See the hand stitching? Here is the green with light pink and blue and orange. I'm pretty sure these were actually made by natives. I have a memory in the 70s of these. And here's yellow with black and red and blue beads. And they all have this safety pin. And this is like wool and this is like felt. So the front is felt and the back is wool. And there is a board in between. See the width? And they are a little over 2 inches long. A little over 2 inches long. So your choice, $6. I like fun, eclectic stuff. So I picked them up. And now I brought them to y'all. Anyone else remember these? Or is it only me? Might only be me. Who knows? Noelle, if you're here, you may or may not be. You may or may not want to talk. I sent you a photo of the lizard ring, and I didn't get a response. If you're here today, let me know, and I can show it for a second on screen because I want to move it. So, and since I didn't get a response, I'm assuming you don't want it, but you had first dibs, and I just didn't get any response. So let me know. Let me know. Lord, I never know where to go with these, with any of this. Okay, let's start this at 9. Thank you all for being here. So these are very cool. I do not think they're vintage. I think they're more modern. How modern, I'm not sure. They are these black, either glass. I think it's black glass. I don't think it's a stone, but I'm not 100% positive. You see the shine? I think it's glass. And gold tone post back earrings. And the reason why I picked these up and the reason why I like them is because they swing. So they have movement in your ear. They're not static. Let me give you a close-up like this. Then let me show you the back. They're made, let me show you the side first. They're made really well. Here is the back. There is no maker. This is about 2/3 of an inch across. See that? Simple, but with movement. And that's another big thing I like. Simple, but movement, like the costume jewelry necklace I showed. And look at the sparkle coming off of that. There's no AB on here. There's no AB coating. So the reality is, hold on. I'm going to look at this. The reality is there's no AB coating. And I'm calling them black, but they could be a deep red. It's highly likely, and I need to make enough money in the beginning of 2025 that I can get a Presidian. to check for stones because these have the look of a stone. But I'm calling them glass. $9. $9. They even here on the back of this have this 1, 2, 3 up like that. I suspect this came with a set, like a bracelet, necklace, earrings. Almost reminds me of East Indian, but they're more of the high end East Indian. They're not inexpensive. Okay, that's going down. I do not do recaps, so if you come in late, you need to go to your wheel and start at the beginning and through and see what's going on because I don't do recaps. Now hold on. This was purchased by someone and I put the wrong item. So I have to put that back there and straighten that out. Okay. Let's go with this. This is the lowest I can start this one, and I have a onyx one as well and make any profit whatsoever. Okay. I love these. Had them for about 4 months. Totally unclear why it hasn't sold. Beautiful. Malachite, right? Malachite. Very thick, heavy brass. This is solid brass. This is earlier. See, it says brass malachite. This is earlier than starting in the 90s. They started making this brass hollow. This is solid brass. And one long piece of malachite, as far as I can tell. There's a couple little places with dings. And one place where I can feel the malachite raised, but that's it. This is a wonderful rock bottom price. 70s. Possibly, I'm sticking with 70s, maybe 60s. Fits me with room. So I would say, as long as you have a smaller hand size, I would say this would fit. I'm going to measure the inside, although I've really found that that's not extremely helpful, but I'll measure it. But I would say with that much room on me, it might go up to a medium 8 wrist. Medium 8. Let's measure the inside opening. See, the inside opening is just a titch over 2.5. So that would usually be just a 7.5 fitting on my wrist. But there's so much play and it fits over my smaller hand so easily. Normally, I wouldn't say it was an 8 unless it was 2 3/4. But this one has so much room. Compare it to you like green, you like vintage, you like stone and brass. So beautiful piece to add to your collection. Okay. Thank you, everyone who is here. Thank you for looking. I am so far, not bringing anything that anyone's interested in. I was a little bit worried about coming on today. It didn't occur to me, oh, it's New Year's Day. Everyone and their mother is going to go on to do clearance. I didn't even think about that. And if I would have, I very likely would not have scheduled today to be a day for coming on. Okay, so this is a piece that a couple weeks ago, along with the turquoise, antique turquoise child's cuff, Zuni and Navajo, that I said, I'm going to take it to a jeweler and have it checked out. Please buy it now because the price could go up. Well, the price should go up on this one, but I'm also doing cost average clearance. So here we go. This is electroplated gold. Those are indeed CVs and sapphire chips. I took it to a jeweler. It's nothing that's worth like hundreds of dollars, but it's nothing to sneeze at. It's really pretty. It's got some sparkle. I know the blue is hard to see. Here's the mounting. Very nicely done. That was a big clue for me. Not only the stones, but the trouble they took to mount them. This teeny tiny, really nice mounted. I was like, that's not just crap to have gone to all that trouble. And I was right. It's an oval shape. It is electroplated gold. So there's a couple places on this bangle where there's a slight bit of wear to that electroplate. It is super light. There you go. There's a little bit of that color. I really like this piece for $15. And it fits my wrist. I got to take my thumb ring off. I got to take my thumb ring off. Isn't that nice? It's just so simple and elegant. And this too is one of those pieces that I'm like, why am I not keeping this and wearing this? It just weighs nothing. So simple, so sweet. Sapphire and CZ, gold plated, oval bangle. I would go with a size 7 to be on the safe side. I would go with a size 7. Okay. Well. I've been on for an hour. I'm not sure how many pieces I've shown, but I haven't got one interest in one thing. So my prices are super low. What do people want to see? I appreciate everyone who's here. I'm one of those people who, if I don't start getting interaction in the chat and everything I bring, no one's really interested, then at some point I just kind of go, never mind, it's not a good day. It's not going to work out too well. And I call it a day and say thank you. So again, if you come in late, you can go up to your settings and fast forward and see what I've brought. And let me know if you're interested in anything. And it's still available. It's still available. I don't see any maker's mark on this. I believe I may be selling this at a loss. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strands of black cut glass with AB coating to give it the purples and pinks and blues, Aurora Borealis. I haven't shown this in a while. Look at that. It does have these blue solid glass ones and then the cut with the AB. But the solid black glass ones don't have any AB coating. They're graduated size, and it's hand knotted in between each bead. '50s to '60s. Here's the clasp. I'm surprised it doesn't say Japan, but it doesn't. Here's this side. Here's the extender. The extender is about 2 inches. It's a really nice piece. Look at that. Bling, bling. This would have been good going out last night. I always think black and white ball. I don't know if that's a thing everywhere or just a thing here in San Francisco, but I think it's everywhere. And I don't know if it's only at New Year's. Okay. So there you go. And the clasp isn't quite high enough, and I'm not using the extender. So I'm going to say this is really probably more like here. The longest is about 18 inches. And the shortest would be right here. So it's not going to be on my throat. I'll show it on Dolly, and then I'll move on. And I will carry on. But like I said, I didn't think I really, I have so much. I picked this all out. I put everything else away except one whole giant box. Well, and then 2 small boxes. But I didn't think about how many people are going to be on today. And I have a smaller, less known channel. So we'll have to see if there's just too much competition for me to stay on. I am trying to make the I think I'm making a mess of it. These are things I should not do while live. Hold on. I'm trying to make it hang correctly, and I don't know what I'm doing, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to stop futzing with it now. I have only created more of a thing, but there it is. It's absolutely beautiful. And this all should be, maybe it's like there. There you go. This is probably better, but it's still not. I have it. Yeah, I have it a little tangled, but there you go. Black glass, AB, and then flat cut round black glass. 5 strands. $17, y'all. Holler is a good price. I know it is. I can tell you, this is another interesting thing I run into. Because I'm a smaller channel and I don't have like 10,000 followers or 5,000 followers, I can pull up something like this and ask $17 and I won't get any interest at all. But someone else with lots of followers, they could sell this for 25 or 30 in a second. It always fascinates me. I'm like, but it's the same quality. Do they just not like my face? What is it? I'm asking less money. I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to know the answer. Maybe one day I will. Maybe one day I won't. I don't know. I just keep plugging away because what else am I going to do? What else am I going to do? I've got to keep going. Okay. I'm going to try a few more items. And then, as much as I love you all, I may bounce. We'll see, what my time is worth here. Let's see. 24. 24. It's funny, when I was growing up, I think it was up until like the 2000s, 20 years ago. Well, 25 years ago. That's a quarter of a century. On New Year's Day, everything was closed. The grocery stores were closed. The grocery stores were closed. There were no coffee shops. There were no restaurants open. You either had what you needed or you didn't. There might have been a 7-Eleven that you could go to or something similar. But that was it. It was like, you got it together because nothing was open. Now you go out, everything's open. 24 for this fabulous, huge, smoky and clear rhinestone double, I'm going to call it double wreath, double circle brooch. It's a big one. It's really pretty. Look at it. This is one of those ones that you could easily, I would tighten up the back a little. I believe this is from the late 60s. Could easily put on a chain. Look how big it is. There is no maker, but it reminds me very much of Weiss in style. See, it's just getting into needing a safety clasp. The pedaling is very nicely done. There's nothing about this not to love, especially at $24. This is one of those pieces. I have a couple of reseller friends who sell brooches and nothing else. And if this was on their Saturday night show, this would be going for probably about $30 to $35. And it is, I'll give you a measurement. Thank you all for being here. And, ooh, look at that. I just noticed something. I've never noticed this before. Now, this changes everything. Let me give you a measurement. I've shown this. This is 2.5 inches wide. So 2.5 inches in diameter and the whole thing. I've shown this 4 or 5 times, and this is the first time I've ever noticed this. And you all can decide what that means for yourself. The white rhinestones sparkle with reds and pinks and blues. I mean, super, super sparkle. I do not know if that's showing on here or not. There it is. Look down there. It's not just about what color it's near. There's a lot. I don't know what that means in terms of the white rhinestones. It's not foil. There is embedded something, or it's a certain type of glass. They are blinging with color. They could have AB coating on them. I'm not really seeing that, but my light is a little bad. So at any rate, this is 24. That's rock bottom. I think if I sold this at 24, I'm trying to do a cost average sale. If I sold things, it would work. I don't know how much I'd be making. This very likely now, in fact, I'm going to put it, unless someone claims it by Friday, that's going to get put away for a while and come back out at a much higher price. Yo, I really don't know what you want to see and what you're interested in. I've brought probably 20 or more items at this point, and and there we are. I don't do recaps, so if you're interested, you need to go to your settings and go through everything, or when you're watching on the replay, you can email me. My email's right there, and let me know what you're interested in. So this is a beautiful flower brooch, sparkling blue rhinestones, white around the flower, gold tone. It's a very long. Here's the back. I'm going to go with this is 70s, late 60s. The construction is still really nice. There's a lot of attention to detail, so we haven't headed into a time period where they're skimping. Teeny tiny stones right there. The white all the way up to the top behind the top blue with that nice cluster. This is absolutely lovely. And it is, oh, I didn't highlight my price. Sorry. All that's been happening in my chat is price, highlight with one person, two people talking to me. So forgive me. 3 inches long. It's 3 inches long. So all of these pieces, if they don't sell, are going to get tucked away and come out at higher prices at some point in 2025. But I got to tell you all something. I have brought about 20 pieces. I know I say this every sale, but it's true. I need engagement in the chat to, because I'm just talking blah, 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 nonstop. It gets really tiring if no one's talking back to me. It's like, hello. And it also, if I show, 20 items of all of various different things, plastic bangles, high-end brooches, medium, costume jewelry, etc., goes on and on. High-end this, low-end. I start getting really bored. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I think I'll call it. Not worth it. Just not worth it. Now, what is this? Hold on. Which, what, who, when, why is this? Oh, ow. Okay. This is silver, rhodium, and gold overlay ring. Size 9. And it is going to start at $49. Let's see what. I like the construction of this. I like the free-flowing design work. Rhodium and silver overlay. Size 9. Let me put it on the ring sizer, even though I know that's what it is. That's what it was sold to me as, and I know that's what it is. Yes. The bottom is just at 9. Just at 9. Really nice ring. It's open work. Really nice piece. So where would it fit me? Well, it would fit on other fingers, but there you go. It's pretty large bandwidth. What is that? About 1/3 of an inch? Maybe? What is it? No, almost 1/2 an inch. Almost 1/2 an inch. I was saying 1/3 to be generous. So there you go. 49. Now that was a piece of contemporary. So I'm trying. Okay. Let me ask the chat. Anyone in here who wants to say hi? Who wants to say nice headband? Who wants to tell me what you're looking for? Bracelets, earrings. Anyone rewatched and seen any item that I've shown that they're interested in? Yes, no, maybe. Oh, okay. I will carry on with a few more things, but then I'm probably going to wind up just having my New Year's Day and just calling today a wash because I'm not getting anywhere. So I will call it a wash. And that's okay. That's really okay. But for my algorithm, for my rewatch, for the need to grow my business into something bigger than it is, because sooner than later, this will be all I have, is very important to me. So rather than staying on for 3 hours when I'm not getting anyone interested in purchasing, which, it's the beginning of the month. We just went through the holidays. It's all understandable. I will just call it. So these are beautiful. This is Texaco silver with crushed sapphire and mother of pearl post earrings. Beautiful. Definitely vintage. It's Texaco. They're gorgeous. Look at the crushed sapphire. Abalone with mother of pearl. Pretty thin. They're not that heavy. Let me show you the back. It has the thicker plastic holder. That's a newer addition to these to hold them on your ear better. It would not have come with these back in the 70s. Would have come with just regular ear things. And here is the Texaco sterling silver mark. Texaco 925 right there. And they are, put this on here. They're beautiful. Hammered. Look at how the back is hammered. Let me show you how big it is on my ear. Beautiful. Look at that. Ooh, matches my headband and everything. That is gorgeous. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. I'll tell you how big it is. Or they are 1 and a little over a quarter in diameter. 1 and a little over a quarter in diameter. Once again, here's the 2. The blue in the middle is the crushed sapphire. Boom. Okay. Going down. And at that price, I wasn't making a lot. So if someone sees something they're interested in later, let me know. I have so much over here, y'all, but I'm not sure I have the right crowd or that today is a good day for me to be selling. I just let's try I don't know. Oh. I touched something, of course. Okay. Anyone want to tell me a story? Talk to me. Get rid of the price of those earrings. Put up the new price. $7. $7. I love these. I love these. I love this type of construction. I have pierced ears, so I cannot wear them. I could use these as sweater clips. I love this swirl. These are clip-ons. I love that swirl. And the rhinestones are down at the bottom of the ear, and the swirl kind of climbs up your ear. They are silver tone. Starts at $7. There's the clips. There is no name. Now I feel like, oh, brother, where art thou? No name. There's a whole sentence about that when they eat the gophers or something. I can't remember. No, it's a whole gopher family. You either know that movie or you don't. So here's what they would look like on your ear. I hope you can see that. Let's see. Kind of. Just like that. So they climb up your ear, and then the rhinestone is right at the bottom. Really pretty. Really pretty. $7. probably late 60s, early 70s at the latest. Okay, y'all. I'm at a loss for what to do. I have, like I say, I have a huge random amount of stuff, and I just, okay, I think this is going to be the last sign of my show because this will make about 25 items. No sales at my rock bottom prices, and these really are. When I'm bringing these to you, I am clearing stuff out, and I'm making $4, $5, very rarely $10, mostly closer to $4 or $5 an item. So, God bless you. This is what I got. This is what I've got, and a huge variety today. Huge variety. I think I'm doing good on the variety. Gone from contemporary to, the only thing I don't have today is antique. But the rest of it I got. Okay. This is, I'll put it on Dolly, what you call an invisible small Baltic amber because of the darker orange with some crystal on multiple wires, and it does not start at 7. Starts at 28. Let me see how many strands there are. I've been through this before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strands on each side. Let me put it on Dolly. Say hello, Dolly. What is that song? Well, hello, Dolly. Don't you know, Dolly? That's all I got. It's a nice piece. Baltic amber. Invisible. The strands could be a little untangled. Then it's got these pieces, tiny, tiny pieces of white crystal intermixed. A few of these sterling silver findings to hold the Baltic amber in place. This is a Baltic amber ring. One day this will be for sale, but not today. I've been wearing it ever since I got it. I got it to sell, but hasn't happened yet. Here's the clasp. Paper thin wires. Very dainty. Very dainty. I'll give you a link. And then I'm going to stop for a minute and talk with you. And it's about probably 16 inches. So it's going to hang. You can't look at this. It's going to hang right about here on me. Right about here. Maybe a little. Boy, if I look at StreamYard, I can't do anything. Let's just undo it and put it on since it's the last thing I'm showing. There you go. Really nice. So see how it's invisible, but because there's 6 strands and they're so close together, it gives a punch. A delicate punch, but a punch. And it's kind of dark over here which is interesting. It's usually too bright and blows everything out. So I don't know why. Again, here you go. Okay, so now I've been on for an hour and a half. I have 10 people here. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. But I'm just going to stop and I'm going to say, okay, I pulled up, let's see, what did I pull up? I pulled up Contemporary Invisible Style Baltic Amber. Couple really nice blinging brooches, wooden bangle, 1950s, 1960s handmade papoose items, rhodium and silver plated ring, clip-on earrings, 5-strand AB black glass, malachite solid brass bracelet, really unique 1950s style rhinestone, sterling silver, European fine bracelet, and the beat goes on. But nobody is talking to me, and nobody seems to be interested in what I've got. So if Noelle was here, I would show her the lizard ring that she was interested in, although I did send you a picture, Noelle, but I didn't get a response. So if I don't hear back from you by Friday, I'm going to show it on Friday. In fact, it's going over into the basket now. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I've still got like 50 items over here. Some low end, some higher end, But it's New Year's Day, and I can perfectly happily go eat some cheese and crackers downstairs and just sit and chill. If any of you have a request, please drop it in the chat. If any of you want to take this moment to go to your settings, put it on 2 times the speed, and through and put something in the chat that you missed, go for it. I'll bring it up and I'll give you a price and I can sell it to you. Oops. I'll pick that up in a minute. Then if anyone saw any of my household items and is interested, you could let me know about that. Otherwise, my last clearance sale is Friday. This Friday, and that's going to be a tough day. My dad goes to the dentist for the umpteenth time to have more teeth pulled. First thing in the morning, really early for me. I'm not an early morning person. Not at all. And then we'll come home and I'll make sure he's good. And then at 4 o'clock Pacific time, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I will come on to my Friday time slot, which is usually my show and tell, where I take my time and I walk through and I talk about why I think things are what they are and what era they're from and the construction and all of that. I'm not doing that this Friday. I'm just going to be pulling up items and putting them in, pulling up items and putting it in. And I'm doing it at cost average because the idea is I'm moving a lot of stuff. So therefore, even though I'm only making $4 or $5 an item, I'm selling enough that it makes it worthwhile. Now, that worked out on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I did just fine. And I had people email me after the sale. So that was great. But today, New Year's Day, it's harder. So many people are on. It's not happening. So I want to tell you, I don't see anything in the chat. Happy New Year's Day. Please have a blessed and peaceful, kind year. And I will see you all in the chats, and I will see you on Friday. You can always email me if you see something on the replay. God bless you.